episode. I know that this is Naruto because I'm vaguely familiar with Naruto on the periphery of Japanese animation, but I've never actually watched an episode.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so do
I
you know
kind of
what's
know
going
who
on?
these people are.
Right.
But
Okay.
I've never played this game before, so I don't know what it is.
Okay. So.
But I just hit him.
Is that Naruto that's getting slugged around right now?
I look like I'm Pain,
and
which
who is
he's the leader of this group called the Akatsuki.
Okay.
I may be pronouncing that wrong.
He looks like
To
Naruto.
hardcore fans.
Why does he look like Naruto if he's not
Doesn't
Naruto?
look like Naruto.
Oh, he's got like that metal plate thing on his head. That's how I identify Naruto.
Pain's whole thing is he's actually not this guy you're seeing. He has these metal rods that he sort of imbues with his power, and then puts them into bodies he's collected, and then controls those bodies from like a remote location.
Okay.
So this is one of the bodies. See, that's the second one. I don't know how I did that, but it was kind of cool. So those are all the different bodies he controls. And then this other guy, I believe he is like a puppet master.
Okay, but he doesn't seem to be using many puppets.
He's got those masks on his back.
Okay.
And, oh no, not a puppet master, sorry. He's got those masks on his back, and you see like his arms are extending.
Yep.
He's got like these like threads sort of inside of him. And, basically each one of those masks, he can sort of unravel his body. And each one of those masks is like, I don't know, it's a lot to explain. There's, every like ninja, oh look, I won. Every ninja has the ability to control like one natural power if they get to that level. And, basically each one of those masks allows them to control one of the 4 elemental types. There's like,
So
fire,
basically
water, wind, and...
This will make a lot more sense if I'd actually been following this series from the beginning, and it's got how many thousand episodes now?
Oh, a lot.
Okay.
A lot. I haven't been keeping up on it. It's been a long time since I watched this. But basically it started off with like Naruto and his friends, and they
That was
were...
like Ninja High School, basically. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah. They were in school training to become ninjas, and then at some point they graduate to the next level of ninja.
Oh, well, okay, so at least they did graduate.
And now they're...
So it's a little bit like Degrassi with, ninjas.
Yeah, and
instead.
now they're
Okay.
like, they're sort of warriors for their city, and they're out fighting the bad ninjas. These guys who,
So both of these are bad guys?
Pain, yeah.
Okay.
Pain is sort of the big guy, but they're all, I guess, working under this guy, Madara, who, his goal is to capture all of the Jinchuriki, I believe they're called, which are like these tailed beasts that have been imprisoned inside of people. And he wants to unimprison the beast from them and take them for himself and like have all their power.
Okay.
So,
So this is definitely not like Mobile Suit Gundam.
no,
Which is a bit more straightforward with the whole like colonies and rebellion stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool show. I used to like it a lot more when it was still in like the high school phase, because even though the sort of character and like story based stuff, like the episodes where it was just about like their relationships with each other, I wasn't too into that, but the actual fighting was like
Well, that's pretty much
would
why
unfold
anybody watches
was-
a show like this.
would
right,
unfold
for
as
the
like,
fighting.
but the way it would unfold would be like, it'd be like tactical battles. So they each have like sets of powers, and they'd sort of be trying to find out what the other guy's moves were, while
okay.
sort of hiding their own and being, tricky about everything.
Oh, okay. So
Whereas
it's a
like
bit
as
like
it
the-
progressed, it just sort of became about like everyone's got these like super powerful moves, and it's like whose move is more powerful. So
Okay.
it became less about the tactics, which I
a
didn't
bit
really like
like
so
the
much.
pitching battles in Ace of the Diamond, the baseball anime series.
The
that I'm
pitching
watching right now.
battles,
Yeah,
yeah.
the pitching battles. Yeah.
And just who are you?
I've come here to invite you
Okay, she
into
looks
the
badass.
academy.
Yeah, she's sort of Pain's
Never heard.
right hand woman.
Okay.
Her powers deal with like paper manipulation.
All right. I'm kind of amazed that this is actually in English, because most
Yeah,
of
a
the,
lot of it's translated. I
most
mean, it
of
gets
the-
translated way later, so if you watch it
Yeah.
in Japanese, you're way ahead of.
Yeah, it's just most of the
translated
Bandai Namco games that they've brought over from Japan, they haven't bothered to redub them in English.
Really?
They've kept them in the original Japanese.
I mean,
and just thrown
Naruto
in
is sort of like
subtitles, so-
one of the most mainstream of
Yeah.
the anime, so It's not super
Probably explains why I
surprising.
haven't watched an episode.
As long as you complete your
I
work,
was always
everything else
more
you've
of
got
a
to do is your
Macross
own
Gundam
business.
giant robot sort of guy. So
Robots.
yeah,
Not a
the
bad
martial arts chop socky stuff never did
Not
much for
bad
me,
at all.
and now I'm into anime about like baseball and jazz. So I'm just going to some weird places.
Yeah, I don't have much
What are you doing?
much experience with anime. I watched this for a while. I have a friend who's super into a lot of it, so she tried to get me into like Death Note.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Recommended
is a silly
couple
anime,
other
but,
things. Yeah, and I don't know. If that's the kind of stuff she says is the good stuff, then I don't want any part of it.
Standing right in
See, this guy's a puppet master.
rejoice. Because I'm going to add you into my third level
I don't even
collection.
know what that means, but okay.
So they all have this stuff called chakra, which is sort of how they... is the energy source behind their powers.
Okay.
So the puppet masters, you know, embed the threads they use with their chakra in order to manipulate the puppets. And like there's a guy who does like shadow manipulation, so
Be held.
he like moves his shadow around, and if he can get it to touch your shadow, he can like control you.
Okay.
And anytime, that was the fun part for me, was anytime there was a new enemy, it was like, okay, well, what does this guy do?
So how are their powers going to interact
Yeah.
now in order to try and defeat each other? Okay.
And as like usually like the bigger battles would take place over multiple episodes, so it's like as the episodes would go on, you'd like discover like deeper and deeper like what he can really do. And oh, we're in another fight. I want to do some paper stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's like ultimate moves in this one. I wish I could show them off, but
Well, I mean, they've got these
Big on
things
this
like this
series.
awakening flick right stick. I don't even know what that means, but
Paper, huh? First time I've seen one.
can I even attack the puppet? Or is it just going for him? Okay. It's gonna be a block. People are gonna be watching this and call me an idiot. Oh snap! What are you gonna do now?
wait. So who are you controlling?
I'm the girl.
Paper girl. It's kind of interesting then that the person that you control is not the one centered in the camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Paper
okay.
spear. Everyone knows those paper spears.
That
Gotta
looked
hurt.
like it hurt, yeah.
Get that. Oh. Okay, so R2 is like dodge, kind of dash around. I think I'm starting to get this.
Okay. Right, so like as far as controls and stuff like that goes, how similar is this to like Street Fighter or Tekken or Virtual Fighter or any of those other fighting games?
I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it is. Like there's not like a punch and a kick.
And you missed.
Like it seems what you do is dependent also on like
Okay, what's the deal with
your
the log?
proximity.
Why does that
The
log
log
appear?
is it's
What
like
is
it's like a decoy. So anytime you
Okay, nobody is falling for the log then, so
it's like Naruto's thing, at least early on, is basically he has like immense amounts of chakra. So anything he does, he can do to sort of a really big level because he's one of the guys who has these tailed beasts trapped inside of him.
okay.
And he's got like the biggest, baddest tailed beast of them all.
Alright, and what does that have to do with like logs just appearing in midair and
So anytime you make like a decoy, like a really basic ability for ninjas is that they can make like a clone of themselves, and then the other person will go to attack that, but it's not really them. So as soon as they hit it, it'll like poof, and it'll just be a log.
okay.
That's sort of like the
All right.
default decoy.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I don't know if it's ever actually. I don't remember it ever actually being explained why it's a log, but.
Okay, clearly I have a lot to learn about Naruto.
Oh, so I have to beat this to continue.
Yeah, just try this again. See whether or
Alright.
not you can beat this dude this time.
Battle begin. I'll have to take you down in the name of
I have a mission. I can't be beaten until it has been accomplished.
This is the first time I've seen one.
Whoa. Dancing there. Naruto, DDR.
Disappear.
Yes,
Man, that puppet is distracting.
I know. It's like it comes off screen to attack you, so you like can't even see. Oh, come on!
Okay, that seemed alright. And okay, something good happens.
It's gonna be the paper spear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that hurt.
Shippūden seems to be like a basic attack. I don't know if square triangle really.
Sure, there's a lot of moving around in these movie fights. And there's that log again. I'm just gonna keep picking on this log every time I see it.
All the more reason why your power
It's just
should
running
rise
away.
to
It's
the attack speed.
not really
Okay,
fun to
use a
fight him.
dodger.
See, I don't know if these games are like that representative of like the fighting in Naruto, because like I said, it's mostly about like, yeah, they're running around and like trying to hit each other, but I mean, like punching and kicking isn't too much of what the attacks are. It's again more like trying to think steps ahead and get your opponent to get caught in compromising situations, so they
Okay.
can't get out of like your big attack that takes time to set up. Whoa!
Okay, I have no idea what is going on. Which is rather unfortunate since I think I kind of have to play this game. It's like, oh well, that's what tutorials are for.
My favorite character was always Skyclara,
Okay.
who
Yeah, of course I don't
starts
know what
off
that is.
as a bad guy, but then becomes good later.
Oh, that's a classic story.
Yeah, but his whole thing is he manipulates sand, and like when they're fighting him, even when they like get to attack him, they don't really hurt him because it takes them a while to figure out that he actually has like, you see him and it just looks like a person, but he has like a shell of sand around his body, so you have to like get through. And he's got like so much of the sand that like anytime you hit it, it just like immediately sort of regenerates it.
Oh, okay.
And then it turns into this like crazy sand monster.
It looks like you're basically in control of this fight. I mean, you got him in the red, so...
Yeah, I sort of figured out how to dodge when they're attacking. You just press L2 and you seem to sort of
Oh, okay.
slip past them. I go all paper mode on the guy. Taking him out with the ultimate jutsu. Jutsus are like what they call their powers.
I have a clear goal.
Alright, you won the fight. I have no idea what's
I won
going
the
on, so I
fight,
guess
yeah.
we can like leave it at that. And you got a trophy! Hooray!
There you go.
So that was...
You're welcome to whoever's account this is.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of points.
So that was Naruto for Naruto
Yep.
fans, which I am not one of, but I
But
guess I'm going to
yeah,
have to.
enjoy playing it.
I'll try. Okay. See you guys later.
See ya.